What's up, everybody? This is Dominic back with another General Hospital video. If you guys don't mind, please excuse my air conditioner. It's been acting up lately, but I gotta have it on because it's like hot as literally hot as I just say it's hot in this house. So it's hot in my house and it's hot outside. So which is kind of strange for like October weather, because y'all know in October is normally supposed to normally in most places supposed to cool down. Unless you live like in Florida or like LA or some places like that. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about today. So just disregard my messed up air conditioner, but I gotta have it on because it's hot in here. Unless you guys want to see me sweat throughout this whole video. So if you didn't know, I sweat a lot. But anyway, now that I've wasted like 45 seconds talking about that, let's get into today's episode. Today's episode, I actually kind of missed half of it because I had to like run a couple of errands, like go do pay a couple of bills and whatever. I had to go do stuff like that. So I missed like the first maybe 15 minutes of it. So, but I DVR'd it, so I rewinded. I was able to I left my channel on G8, so I rewinded it. So I wound up seeing the first 15 minutes of it anyway. But yeah, today's episode was pretty decent. The last couple of days of GH have been sort of enjoyable lately. What happened on today's episode? Let me talk about Maxie and the judge. So apparently that Judge Walters, they got us over Maxie's case or whatever. He was out on a date with Monica. He actually spotted Maxie and Nathan on a date. So he comes up to him, basically starts harassing them. In a way, I would say, I wouldn't fully say harassing them, basically judging Maxie for being out with Nathan, even because Nathan's he was a cop, but basically lied under oath about during Max's case or whatever. And that is a different guy playing Judge Walters. If you guys are ever fans of the show Moesha from back in the 90s, the guy that was playing the judge played her father. Well, the show with Brandy played her father. So little tidbit of information. I think his name is like William Young. He's the new Judge Walters, and the fact that they have him on a date with Monica makes me realize, are they gonna keep that guy around? I mean, it'd be more diversity after the show, but anyway. But yeah, he's basically talking to Maxie and Nathan, saying how he asked Maxie when her and Nathan were at that clinic, she ever thought that what her demise would do to her daughter. I mean, honestly, Maxie ain't never really been around Georgie like that. So, see, we all know Spinelli's raising that child. I haven't been hearing anything about Maxie getting custody of her child. I mean, only way I would say this, only way that story I can play out for Maxie to get joint custody of Georgie is if they brought Spinelli back on the show. If Bradford Anderson wanted to come back onto the show and wanted to, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I mean, I love Bradford Anderson, he's a great actor, but I haven't really seen him in much since he left GH. Hadn't seen him in much. Him or the girl that played Ellie. I think they got rid of her. I think they said with Spinelli with Bradford Anderson leaving and Spinelli being off the canvas, there will be no need for Spinelli, well, for Ellie being on the canvas. Like I said, I would love to see Spinelli come back, but that's the only way I see this storyline working with Maxie. If Maxie would ever get joint custody of her daughter, it would have to be for them to bring Spinelli back, because Spinelli had sole custody of Georgie. But anyway, those scenes I wasn't really too much interested in those scenes. But yeah, some people actually said they actually like the fact that they brought somebody on for Monica, because Monica hadn't had a date since forever. Now let me talk about the Monica and Ned scenes. Ned tells Monica that he's there to wait for a date with Alexis and whatnot, and how Alexis is basically running late and whatever, and how he's glad that she's getting out there dating again. And didn't Ned and Monica, I mean, I didn't watch GH back then, but didn't Ned and Monica at one point have a relationship? Didn't they sleep together at one point? I remember hearing some people saying something like a while back, listening to like an old GH podcast, and they were saying that Ned and Monica slept together at one point. But anyway, and I wonder if you guys can like recollect, tell me any of that was true. But anyway, moving along from that, those are some decent scenes. It's always good to see Monica Quartermain. It's great to see any of the Quartermains. It's great to see. But I wish this show would bring back the Quartermains. Not pretty well, because I wish this show would bring back the Quartermain. I mean, bring back the Quartermain family. I mean, because it's sort of the only Quartermains we got on the show was Tracy, Michael, Monica. Monica's a Quartermain by marriage, but she's always gonna be a Quartermain for me. Well, Tracy, Michael, Monica, and fourth with the last name Quartermain. I think that's the only members of the Quartermain family that are on the show. Well, Jason. How can I forget him? Jason's back now, so how can I miss Jason? But I was gonna say he doesn't know he's Jason, but I'll talk about that later on in a minute. But anyway, what else happened on today's episode? Let me talk about the Julian and Alexis scenes. Julian and Alexis, well, they're getting ready to watch Julian said they're getting ready to watch the Golden Girls, but Alexis tells her that she's going on a date with Ned, and Julian gets jealous, and he and Alexis have sex, and Alexis gets a phone call from Sam, and she says how she's in Amsterdam, how she's there to basically, her, Patrick, and Tracy are there to track down Luke to see if he had anything to do with running Patrick off the road and whole Jerome crime family and all that. And Alexis figured out that basically found out that Julian lied. Even though we know Julian's technically not lying, he's not working for Luke. We know he's not. We all know that's fake Luke, but and I'm hearing that Anthony Gary's allegedly supposed to start back taping sometime soon. I mean, sometime this month in October. I'm hearing like mid-October he's supposed to start back taping. But anyway, like, so I'm ready for that whole Fluke story to be over with. I'm ready. I mean, I'm kind of sick of this whole mob stuff. And like I said, when Jason gets his memory back, I really don't want Jason back in the mob. I don't want him back in the mob. I mean, because I remember, like, before Jason got shot, he and Sam were discussing him actually leaving the mob. So I actually hope he remembers all that and actually does leave the mob. I mean, but anyway, but yeah, those were the Julian and Alexis scenes. Alexis basically, for the umpteenth time, told Julian that they're through, and she dumped Julian for the umpteenth time. But anyway, moving along from that, now let me talk about the two things I really want to talk about. Let me talk about this Franco, Carly, and Sonny stuff. I can't wait for that damn wedding. Franco basically was sitting there grilling Carly and Sonny about what's going on between those two, and of course they lied. They said nothing was going on. All there was a kiss, just them kissing or whatever. And Franco basically tells Sonny, he wants him to apologize. He tells Sonny, I want you to apologize. So I guess Sonny apologized. Well, Sonny said he's not gonna. He apologized. He apologized for Carly. Basically, for Carly, he wanted to apologize for him for her kissing Sonny, and Sonny apologized and says, "I'm sorry, you have to marry this guy." And I like at the end of today's episode, Franco told Carly that well, I guess we got, since that's out of the way, I guess we got a witness. He also threatened to call Michael. Pretending like he was gonna call Michael and tell him that do you know that Sonny killed your father? I mean, killed your birth father. And like I said, we all know. Like I said, when Michael finds all this out, and he finds out who all knew the secret, he's probably gonna be devastated. Probably gonna disown. Like I said in the previous video, he's probably gonna disown everybody in his family, Morgan and Kiki included. And I read a couple of spoilers that said that does happen, and Michael's gonna eventually duck Kiki, and Kiki and Morgan are gonna get back together. That's what I've been hearing. But anyway, moving along from that, I like that in today's episode, Franco told Carly that I guess we have a wedding to plan, and I guess that that he said that their wedding's gonna be one to remember, and that basically their wedding's gonna be one to remember, and that it's gonna be one of the biggest wedding in the world. So I'm interested in seeing what Franco's gonna have. He knows that Sonny and Carly have slept together for so many. Excuse me. He knows that they slept together multiple times, and basically lied to his face about it. So, like I said, I I'll be glad when this wedding stuff is. From what I'm hearing, that's what they're taping now. they're taping the Franco Carly wedding now, so, or at least they're taping the reception or the wedding party or whatever. From what I'm hearing, they're taping. That's what they're taping now. Anyway, moving along from that, the Silas and Nina stuff, I really didn't too much care about. Silas found out that Nina can walk. He found out she's been walking. She's been able to walk for some time now. And I'm interested. I mean, Silas really didn't seem like he was sort of mad at first. Then he sort of calmed down in a way. But I'm interested in seeing how he's going to continue to react with this whole him knowing Nina's secret that she can walk now. And she also told him that Franco knew she can walk. And so anyway, moving on. I really didn't too much care about Silas. I mean, I hate to say it, Silas and Nina. I mean, for what it's worth, I like Michelle Stafford. I like her as an actress. Y'all know I'm a Michelle Stafford fan. But like I said, at least they're going to pair Nina with Franco, and they're going to have them scheming over everybody in Port Charles. I really don't see a need for Nina, honestly. I don't really see a need for Nina. Franco, like I said, I like. If they pair Nina and Franco, I think Nina will be alright with me. But Silas, I mean, at least they find something else for him to do. I'm really not interested in Silas either. Now let me talk about the Sam and Patrick scenes. I like Sam and Patrick together. I think they make a decent couple. I think it was sort of funny they had Patrick all nervous and basically had him not want to get into bed with Sam, which is respectable because I mean I guess he didn't want to get the wrong idea or anything. I guess he didn't feel comfortable with sleeping in the same bed with the opposite sex of him and they're not together or whatever. But we all know they did share that kiss, and Sam kept reminiscing on that kiss. I think Patrick also kept reminiscing on that kiss too. So Sam basically just told Patrick, get into bed. Because Patrick was going to sleep on the floor, and I'm like, hell. And somebody that looks like Sam because looks like Kelly Monaco, somebody that looks like Kelly Monaco tells me get in bed with her, you best believe I'm jumping my ass in the bed. No questions asked. Anyway, like I said, somebody that looks like her tells me to get in the bed, yeah, you best believe I'm getting in the bed. Anyway, moving along from that, but yeah, so Patrick wound up getting in the bed, and he and Sam were basically sitting there. I guess it's all awkward in a way because we all know they did share that kiss. But anyways, it's sort of like all awkward or whatever. But I like those scenes of those two together. Now let's talk about the Jason and Liz scenes. Jason tells Liz that he remembers the name Jake, and Liz just assumes that since he said the name Jake, that his name's Jake. She basically assumes that means that's his name. His name's Jake. But anyway, I had a feeling they were gonna wind up going there. I heard some stuff like a while back that's the route they were gonna go with him thinking his name is Jake. Like I said, I heard that was the route they were going. They were gonna go with this, and I don't mind it for right now. But we all know eventually he's gonna get his memory back, and Liz wound up telling him the story about how Jake was always a playful kid, and how he basically got ran over by Luke. She didn't flat out say he got ran over, but how he was always I guess a very rambunctious kid. He was always into something. How every day she'd worry about him skinning his knees on his scooter or whatever. But anyway, so like I said, I'm actually sort of liking the chemistry between, even though Billy Miller's just laying in the bed, I'm actually liking the chemistry between Billy Miller and Rebecca Hurt. So I'm liking the chemistry between those two. I think they had pretty decent chemistry. I can't wait, and I actually like that they're not actually immediately having him in scenes with everybody else. His first couple of scenes have been with Elizabeth, and he had some scenes with Sam, but he had scenes with Sam and Danny when he was unconscious, but he was still in those scenes. But I'm glad they have, and also had some stuff with Monica. I mean, he hasn't, like the only person he's talked to is Liz, but like I said, I'm glad they're not immediately just telling him, just making him. I'm just putting him in scenes, dropping him in scenes with everybody. They're taking it slow. So I can't wait to see him with people like Carly, Sonny, and Michael and all of them. But anyway, I think all those things are gonna happen in due time. But anyway, that's really all I got for today's episode. If I left anything out, let me know, or leave me a comment below. Let me know how you guys feel about today's episode. And I'll try to get back to you guys. Anyway, this is Dominic checking out. Peace, God bless, and I'm out.